Hello, everybody. Today I'm here at the Disney Heroes Battle Mode Update 2.5, and this one is all about Treasure Planet. I know some people are going to be very happy about this, and it's got two characters, which is crazy. One, because we haven't gotten two characters in a very long time, but also I was not expecting to get two more characters for Treasure Planet. So, for those of you who like Treasure Planet, I'm sure this is very exciting. Right away, though, I need to make sure that I've been telling this person I give him a shout out for a very long time. Josh Puddin and Dozer, a fan. There you go, man. Hope you're happy. But let's get into the characters here. So first up is Jim Hawkins. Now I'll just say right off the bat, I don't know anything about Treasure Planet. As I mentioned before, when Captain Amelia was added. But the character designs are interesting, and when I did my predictions video, I predicted Jim would be in it, obviously because he's the main character. But I like how he looks here. Sometimes I don't like how characters look in game, but I think he fits in very well. And I skimmed the skills a little bit, and they look pretty interesting. So I really don't have much to say, I guess. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the next character for sure. But let's just keep going. Jim is going to be a support hero, and he's in the diamond crates. I guess I also want to mention he was data mined along with another character we still haven't seen yet, so we did know he was coming for a little bit, but the next character was a surprise. Alright, let's go through the skills. The morph seems to be a pretty common theme with the skills. I'm sure it'll be like floating around him or something as we go. But the helpful morph, the player chooses an ally for morph to fly to, removing all of their debuffs and causing them to deal more damage with their basic attacks and skills. Jim also inspires allies, granting himself and allies basic damage. While the battle is an auto, morph flies to the frontmost ally. So yeah, as he is support, he is helping his allies out a lot. The Solar Surfer. Jim enters each wave on a Solar Surfer, granting himself and allies energy and making himself and allies energized. Energized allies receive extra energy each time they perform a basic attack. Alright, I don't have much to say about that. Another one, just him supporting. Stick to it. Jim steals his resolve, granting himself and the ally with morph a shield. If Jim has morph, he receives both shields. And Pie Smash. Morph blocks an attack that would have damaged the hero he is attached to. Morph then turns into a pie and smashes himself into the attacker, dealing damage and blinding them. Morph can perform this counter once every few seconds. That's a really cool move. I like that a lot. It kind of seems like Morph acts as something like Meg, where she kind of covers up a character and helps them out until Meg dies, and I guess in this case it would be until Jim dies, right? So that's an interesting way to do it. Finally, the energizing connection. Morph also makes the ally he is attached to energized. Allies energized by Jim receive extra energy each time they perform a basic attack. Once per wave, when an ally or Jim reaches 1 HP, Morph intervenes by flying to the ally, preventing the damage and healing them for a percent of their max HP. So yeah, it prevents someone from dying and also heals, but that is specifically the red skill, so you have to be a little bit more leveled up. And his friendships are with Pleakley and Ian Lightfoot. Pleakley and him have a similar stature, but I'm not sure how they're going to relate. I guess Pleakley likes mosquitoes and Jim has the morph. Maybe they'll integrate that somehow. I really don't know how they're going to do that. And then Jim and Ian Lightfoot, again, I guess they're both kind of young main character heroes, something along the line of that. I don't know. But let's move on to the character I'm excited about, John Silver, who I feel kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't predict him when I was doing my predictions for upcoming characters to every series. I did predict Jim, but for the second one, I think I literally just looked at the cast of characters and picked a random one. And I don't know why. Also, as I'm looking at this, the page is updating. They must be changing something about the patch notes. I have no idea what they're changing, but I just noticed that it updated. But looking at Jim, I think his design looks really good as well. I don't even remember seeing Jim ever. But he's a very interesting character. I don't know what kind of creature he is, but he certainly is not a human. Maybe the same species as Amelia? But either way, he's clearly a villain. You don't even need to know this series to see that. And the cybernetic parts of him are interesting. I guess I'm just listing things about the character that have always been parts of the character. I don't know. It's cool that he's in the game. I never imagined we'd get more characters for Captain Planet, Treasure Planet, Captain. But if we get any more, I'll be even more surprised, honestly. I do realize some people really love the series, and maybe the creators love it a lot as well. But I feel like it's just lesser known compared to a lot of series that I'd love to see more characters for as well. I'm talking about you, Big Hero 6. But John Silver is going to be a tank character, and will be in the Arena and Coliseum Challenger season starting on December 30th. So we're going to have to wait a long time to get him then. I actually didn't realize that or read that until just now. But yeah, this update is going to be coming out next week. And we have to wait all the way until December 30th until the new season starts. Why? I guess they really just wanted to put the two Treasure Planet characters together, even though this character is not even going to be released for another month pretty much. Okay, that's very strange. So I was really excited that we got 2 new characters in the patch notes, but really we're only getting 1 character for this update. Alright, so the skills, the cybernetic cannon. John Silver fires a massive laser shot with his arm cannon at the closest enemy, dealing damage to enemies in an area, knocking damaged enemies back, and then dealing damage to himself. Whoa, what? Silver deals more damage to enemies and knocks them back further for every % of HP he's missing. Okay, so I guess the more he hurts himself, the more damage he does. That's a very interesting concept. You know, the weaker he is, the better he's going to do. The quick repair. Silver repairs some of his cyborg parts, healing himself and increasing his attack and movement speed. See, healing himself is like going against him being more powerful, so that's kind of strange. The sharp eye. Silver inspects all enemies with the cyborg eye, studying them. The study duration lasts longer for every % of HP he's missing. Okay, another thing dealing with his HP. The cyborg study. John Silver receives less damage from studied enemies for every, guess what, % of HP he's missing. When Silver is missing a % of HP, he takes 100% less damage from studied enemies. And then when John Silver is below a % of max HP, Cybernetic Cannon also stuns enemies. Once per wave, when Silver reaches a % of his max HP, he gains a shield. His friendships are with Jim Hawkins, makes a lot of sense, and Olaf. I'm kind of surprised neither of them were friends with Amelia. And Olaf is like this happy-go-lucky side character, and we've got the villain being friends with them. That's going to be a very strange friendship. I'd like to see how that goes. So there are the rest of the red skills. We've gotten them all, I believe, now. That's what they promised, right? I believe we have all the red skills now. So that's exciting. I'm not going to talk about them. There are also invasion of improvements, other improvements, a lot of bug fixes, and finally we get to the new hero locations and content adjustments. Again, Jim Hawkins, I don't even think I mentioned this, but Jim Hawkins is in the diamond crates, so I should be able to unlock him the first day it comes out. John Silver will be in the Arena and Coliseum on December 30th, as it mentioned. Jumba is now moving to the City Watch event crate. Tron is in the Elite Campaign, and Discuss is in the Elite Campaign, so 2 easier ways to get them. And then the update is planned for Tuesday, December 8th, as usual. So on that day, again, I will be getting Jim Hawkins. So, I don't know, I kind of thought, I talked about all my thoughts on this update as I talked about it. I'm very excited for those who love Treasure Planet. This is a great update for them. I was excited that we got 2 characters for patch notes, but I'm now realizing that it's kind of a ploy because, again, we're waiting all the way until December 30th for John Silver, so it's kind of just a way for them to announce both the Treasure Planet characters at the same time, but really, Jim Silver should have been announced at the end of the month. So it's strange, and I guess that's why we didn't data mine him, because he's probably not even completely in the game yet. It wouldn't make sense, I guess, for him to be in the game yet, because he's not ready. But maybe he will be, I guess maybe he'll be in the, and I really hope he will be available to at least see beforehand. I'm guessing he'll be 2 stars, and we can see his animations and stuff when the update comes out. I really hope he's at least in game in that way. I really have nothing more to say. If it was 2 characters for a series I really love, like Big Hero 6, I'd have a lot more to talk about. But that's really all I've got. I do really appreciate having 2 characters in the patch notes. It's been so long. I believe September was the last time. So this makes me happy. But I will see you on Tuesday when this update comes out. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.